Shongram is about a romantic drama set in 1971 during the Liberation War. It is out there to create awareness that the people who are involved would like to remind people, educate people that we are trying to find out what the history is and the fact that 50 years has gone by and what have we learned and how can we move forward. Munsur Ali's production here, sets an amazing moral to how we can all move forward. This is Sabia Khatun for LB24 at the heart of East London.
The Director of Community for Canary Wharf Group. And those who received a text from me out of the blue, especially if you don't know me, I think that's quite daunting when you get a text from someone inviting you. So I do apologize if you received a text from me inviting you tonight. The reason we decided to host tonight's event is threefold really. One is to introduce you to a dashing young man, not me.
I have with me here the host, Mr. Zakir Khan, and also the writer, director and producer of the movie Shongram, Mr. Munsur Ali. And it'll be interesting to find out a few things about how you feel hosting this movie screening from you, if you could share with LB24.
Okay, so obviously, Munsur has been a really good friend, close ally for many years. I'm very proud of his achievements, and with Shongram, the movie, although I've seen it a few times, I'm still happy to watch it again. But tonight is like a tribute, a dedication to all our British Bangladeshi artists, those entertainers who actually entertained us for so many years. I wanted to give something back to them tonight. It's not about them entertaining us, it's about me hosting them to watch a fantastic movie and to take them back to 1971. Because most people that are coming tonight, or some of them, have lived through this terrible time. So I want them to watch this film, and I also want them to meet Munsur, so we can build a connection between filmmakers, directors, and our local artists. Maybe in the future these guys can work together to promote other, issues and programs. So well done.
Brilliant. Thank you for that. And the man himself, Mr. Munsur Ali, what I am intrigued to find out is what inspired you. I know correct me if I'm wrong, it's been over 10 years since you've actually had the concept about this Shongram movie. Tell us what inspired you to do this, coming from British Bangladeshi background.
I think the concept's been over 20 years, but it's a case of the timing. And this was, in the most simplest terms, it's about one's identity, heritage. And it's very apt that this year we're hosting 50 screenings for 50 years of independence.
Wow.
And it's great that by having partners such as Zakir Bhai hosting it up and down the country, we're able to share this film, and through the film sharing the struggles of 71. So the film is called Shongram, which means struggle. And it's very important that we recognize, especially for young generation, and I keep saying also non-Bangladeshis, to know our heritage, our struggle. And this is why these screenings are very important. So whilst we're entertaining people, I want people to take something away about how we became to be Bangladeshis and how we perceive ourselves now, 50 years after the independence.
So over the years, have you noticed any improvements, changes that this movie may have made to some of this younger generation that you are saying they may have watched it or they're yet to watch?
Absolutely. We've had colleges and universities tell us that they wish to have this film part of their South Asian curriculum, world history, because there's nothing there from an international point of view. Because don't forget, when we talk about 71, in my opinion, gets hijacked by Bollywood cinema, making it a war between India and Pakistan. India had a fantastic contribution for the independence, there's no doubt about that. But in terms of history on cinema, there's very little like this for an international audience. I've had people from all walks of life watched this film and telling me that we had no idea something like this took place.
Right.
And that's quite worrying, because if you take history from cinema like we do, we know a lot about the Second World War, First World War, Vietnam War, but the War of Independence of 71, there's very little for an international audience to engage with. So that's why this is quite important.
Okay, so are we saying that there is a lot of factual element to this movie as well as some entertainment?
Definitely, there's a lot of factual elements. It's based on factual events. There are actual scenes we recreated that if you go online and search, you will see actual atrocities taking place, things I've heard. So we try to recreate that. But they are all fictional characters based on factual events.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, I'm looking forward. It is my first time.
Oh, wow, okay.
And I believe probably yourself, you've probably seen it several times.
I'm going to pretend I haven't watched it yet. So, yeah, it's a good movie. I think it's a movie that you can watch again and again. So.
Excellent. Thank you very much. And I do hope that, something really good comes out of it at the end of the day. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I have here Dilruba Yasmin Ruhi. Okay. She plays the lead role in this movie, Shongram, which is all about struggle. And it will be interesting to find out from her perspective how much has she involved herself personally and maybe how it made her feel. So could you share that with us, Dilruba? How has this movie made you feel while you were shooting for it as a lead role?
Thank you. The thing is, it's a historical film based on Liberation War, and we are very emotional about our, independence, our, Liberation War, and so many things. It's all about our emotional exchange. We lost a lot. We get our country, so this is the main thing. And as an actress, I always wanted to do something like this kind of historical project. Always I wanted to. So it was my first film. And the thing is, in our country, we lost almost 3 million people.
Yes,
3 million people. So they have, each and every person have their own story. And in this film, there is another one story. So, when I do this film, when I have done this, and I feel like I was in that situation, and lots of people from our country, especially the, small amount of Hindu people.
So you felt like you could relate to the situations that were happening.
Yes, a large number of our Hindu population, they just fled away to India because of their, safety and security. So I played the role of a Hindu girl. So I literally feel the, fear and, the sacrifices that, that number have done.
You totally felt involved in that. This actually what happened, and you involved in.
Yeah. So the thing is, in my role, I play as a Hindu girl, Asha, and she has actually went to India with his dad because of some incident, and all her life she wanted to come back to his own, to her own land. But finally she couldn't. She couldn't. So those sorrows, those sacrifices, those memories of lifelong childhood, all the day, lifelong, she gonna find out in those memories. So when you saw the film, you can see that.
Well, thank you very much for sharing that with us. I'm sure it will be amazing. I'm already getting goosebumps listening to it. But thank you again.
Definitely, you will find some, find some history and some information that we have given. It's hardly we get in another film, Liberation film. So you will like it.
Thank you so much, and I look forward as well. Thank you.
To say a big thank you to you, and also say a big thank you to Munsur for making such a wonderful film. I can guarantee you'll enjoy this film. If you
I have with me here the Tower Hamlets speaker, Mr. Ahbab Hussain, and it will be interesting to find out, how he feels about this movie today. Please share your thoughts and experience.
Yeah, thank you very much. I have already watched many of time this film, Shongram means struggle. This is based on our freedom, our struggle time in 1975. So very heart-touching film. I can urge everyone, those who are not already watched, or especially our young generation. Bangladeshi culture, Bangladesh tradition, our history, a film dekhle. If you watch this film, you can understand what struggle we have done, or our previous, our elderly people is face injustice, inequality, fighting for social justice.
So a lot of history to learn from it, especially from this new generation and the next generation.
Yeah, we encourage the new generation to watch the film, and you can learn more. And what is the history of Bangladesh? The history of Bangladesh under the leadership of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur, we are independent from 1971, 16 December. This is now is today's start is the December, 1st of December, 16 December. We have celebrate lots of.
So yes, the time is coming, and it's a good time to.
And this is a very special moment for in British Bangladeshi or Bengali people, Bangladeshi people, because Bangladeshi people celebrate 50 years independence of the Bangladesh. Now 50 years victory of Bangladesh. So this
amazing.
is amazing. This will happen maybe once in a lifetime. So thank you, LB24. I know very well. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Assalamu alaikum, adab, and good evening. Thank you very much for joining us. Mr. Speaker, although you're not in your professional position here today, and I'm not in my professional attire as well. Zakir Bhai, thank you very much for hosting this screening. What Zakir Bhai said is true. People like you here I've seen growing up. I know many of your faces.
About her experience with this film.
Of course.
And these are the people to tell, because they will go out there and promote this movie for us in the community. So Rui, over to you.
Thank you, Zakir Bhai. আপনি এত সুন্দর একটা স্ক্রিনিং করেছেন, অ্যারেঞ্জ করেছেন আমাদের জন্য। আমার আসলে খুব ভালো লাগছে আপনারা এই বৃষ্টির মধ্যে বা এই ঠান্ডার মধ্যে আপনারা এসেছেন স্ক্রিনিংটা ছবিটা উপভোগ করার জন্য।
I have another wonderful person here who's come for the Shongram screening. Just going to ask how she's feeling about it and to share some experiences. Have you seen the movie yet?
No, I'm excited to watch it, so I'm waiting eagerly for the film to start. But I'm excited on the grounds that obviously the time is perfect, where we are celebrating 50 years of independence, and this movie Shongram is about the Liberation War, and the director has already got a very positive reputation, so I'm eagerly waiting to see what's in it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I've been told that there's a lot of situations happening there. Do you feel that there'll be a few emotions coming out?
Absolutely, because Liberation War itself is a very, very emotional subject for all the Bengalis. So whichever form or shape we see anything related to Liberation War makes us very, very emotional. And what I have read about the review of this film, there is a number of new dimensions brought into this movie. So I'm excited to actually watch it and then make a decision in terms of how I'm going to score it.
Okay, thank you very much. The wonderful Rubaya Jahan and Raja Kashev, two wonderful singers, here at the Shongram screening. And just want to find out how you guys feeling, and have you seen the movie before?
I mean, I've got an idea. I mean, we are very proud of this film. The people who have already watched, they have given really nice comments about this
type of film. I've always said to the director and the person behind it, Munsur Ali, he many years back got the idea, made the film. This is a film that can be played at every year, probably 3 times a year. You can play it on.
Perfect timing now, because December is the independence time.
But it's a story. It's the truth, because a lot of people don't know. It's either in people's hearts who actually went through all this, and there's so many people that have been affected by the collateral damage anyway. Everybody knows that, and there's still people are still going through it. So what the important thing is, these type of films have to carry on being made and carry on being shared within the community and worldwide. So this film is going to be be screened many new places as well, which I know
Yeah,
of.
it seems like it's a perfect time
Yes.
to remind people to create that awareness.
It's a perfect film for new generation as well. Bengali,
That's the main thing.
the
new generation.
yeah, the kids, the kids over here, they need to know our history of Bangladesh. So this is the time.
Perfect.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much, and hope it goes well tonight.
Thank you.
Because eto yang je Shongram দেখছে না, যে struggle time দেখছে না, but Biriklen থাকার কারণে একটা feeling আইছে হয়তো যে কারণে Biriklen one of upon a time.
We have another beautiful singer who is here to do the screening for Shongram. Please share your thoughts on tonight's viewing.
Well, it's a big excitement because, you know, last whole year through, we are thinking about the 50th anniversary of our anniversary. So, and we can see the evidence on the screen. So that is a bit excitement for the young generation, because my husband was involved when it happened, the war. So he worked in London. So I wasn't here though. But we can tell our children, we can see the history and screening, and that will be last for thousands of years, we can say.
For years to come.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Are you okay? Do you want to continue? You nodded off a bit earlier. I didn't want to disturb you.
For 40 years,